matchup, but not really something that we expect to crush the Jax. It'd be interesting to see as well, though.
I think swap, by the way.
Oh.
Guma's playing Ziggs.
So they are swapping it now and put the Caitlyn in the mid lane. I mean, you outrange the Smolder quite hard. We'll see what Faker's able to do on this. Keeping us guessing, keeping HLE guessing till the last moment.
The crowd just like panicked. I don't know, that was a weird reaction. Everybody just like, can't believe it.
Because it's Guma on your team.
Yeah. Side of Zeus. We'll see how it works out as we are ready. Let's hop into the ring for game number 1 of the lower finals. Alrighty, here we go. Game number 1. And it looks like we're face checking some brushes here as Faker, he's gonna net over the wall. Has to take a net at level 1.
And solo Q towards Grasp is to kind of mirror the sustain. But I think here you just want, when you do end up trading with the Caitlyn, being able to trade the Q. But you can see here, you know, part of the thing, not having your Q level 1, Faker is gonna lose in terms of the early push. And be pressured.
Is how insanely proactive he is towards the early sidelines. As was mentioned earlier, this time around though, only gonna get a couple of small Krugs, but not a lot more. He is being covered here towards this top side of the map.
Yeah, really important. I feel like the diving like a mini Gnar
Peanut.
is such a bread and butter play.
I would not put it past him to flash some walls and try to get in onto Faker, as there's the magical journey. Faker, does he know he's in trouble? He will flash away. And that's going to be Peanut. Trading flashes with mid lane Caitlyn. You'll take that.
Yes, there's just so limited impact you can have there. Now they are looking for a dive here on a Torrent.
They see Owner here, and alrighty. Just going to take a mean look at him and then run the other way. And they don't know exactly where the enemy jungler is, where Peanut is, and they're not going to try to dive a Counter-Strike Jax.
As this crash comes through, but the Light and Peanut are both in the area. Do also know that obviously with the ultimate or of the portal, it's going to be really easy to come through, as we do have Zeka harassing a little bit here.
Yeah, this is kind of risky because it feels like Carrier went top to cover Zeus, because obviously HLE are leaning top for the Grubs, but now Zeka
he's going in there. He's 1v3. He's like, no, I've got Mom. And he's just going to push them off. He buys enough time. And now Hanwha Life Esports rotate over. And they're going to get both as, yep, there's the smite. They take down the Drake.
An ultimate available. There's not all you can do is Peanut.
Yep, Hex flashing in, and actually just going to real flash on top of Faker here, and that is going to be Faker in a ton of trouble. Owner does make his way over, but that's first blood given over to the Smolder in the mid lane. Meanwhile, on top, Doran going to force a flash. He does trade, but takes the win in this 1v1.
And
I mean, just a level 5 Bard, I'm not really that threatening. Here is a dive on the top lane. Doran is going to get flashed on by Carrier, and a bunch of damage goes into this Jax as Zeus will take him down, and they do get revenge for him.
The Leona Q now. HLE going for the Grubs again, and it looks like T1 want to try and stop them from getting the full 6.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting that T1 just really don't have much presence on these Grubs. I mean, they're fighting to get 1 at this point in time, maybe 2. With their Caitlyn Ziggs combo, and they should be able to get 2 unless Hanwha Life Esports have a big plan invested here.
Doran does have his TP available, so he can join, but it looks like Hanwha Life.
Peanut had smite, and he's going to take number 5, so that's 5
is.
Grubs
TP
for the side of Hanwha Life Esports. Here's the TP, as you mentioned, getting right into that backline. The Ziggs, Guma, he's all alone. Down he will go, and that's a bonus kill as well for Hanwha Life Esports on top of everything else.
As well that Zeka is able to just roam down bot, catch the bot wave, so there isn't really a cross-map opportunity, as Guma is Ziggs, but doesn't have his ultimate right now.
Oh boy. I mean, there's no TPs. He's alone. There's 3 people here for Hanwha Life Esports. There's just no way for Guma to get out of this situation as Peanut and Delight set up yet another kill. And yes, T1 will get the dragon.
That's a first for mid Caitlyn, which I guess is a first in general.
Yeah, I mean, we always talk a lot about the Caitlyn mid-game sort of power trough, but particularly if you go in IE first, that is not going to feel super rewarding until...
Of course, but yeah, I mean, Hanwha Life Esports, in terms of their map impact, it feels like they're the team with the Ziggs when obviously they don't have Ziggs, but they are just taking all the turrets. They're taking the entire map at this point in time. They get the first top one. They get this inner one immediately with double demolish, it looks like, coming in there, as well as the Rift Herald. Huge value with all the objectives they're getting. Able to approach anything, but it's kind of an awkward spot where they're trying to set up a nice little box for them around this objective, but Hanwha Life Esports might just barge on through.
Yeah, they see Faker in the bot lane, so they just run through all the traps and clear them out, and
here
now,
it is. Yeah.
good old burning the flash from Guma.
But that very early Poppy pick is going to be fantastic about just running straight at the objective and saying, okay, well, Sejuani can't do anything, Leona can't do anything. How are you going to engage? But now it's actually Hanwha Life Esports that engage onto the Leona themselves. Generally not a good idea, but they will force the flash of Keria. And now the Jhin ult is coming out, just trying to zone them away. T1 thinking about getting on in here, but Peanut just going to launch Owner into the sky, and that is going to be the Infernal Drake already in the hands of Hanwha Life. Flash on in from Peanut, looking for more, but he's going to take a ton of damage. He goes Keria, though. He is extremely low. And now we've got Doran on the flank. Zeus does not have Meganar, and Zeka is just farming the stacks right now, as it's a very broken up fight. Nobody is going to die yet, but now Doran in a bit of trouble. He's got to flash away, and just barely is going to walk this one off.
Very scrappy fight with the way it ended up playing out. You know, some little mistakes here and there from both sides, but no one ends up going down. Fantastic, but even though they made some mistakes, they didn't get punished as much as they could. Speaking of punished,
this is very weird, the setup. Delight in a bit of trouble. He's just trying to walk this one off. He doesn't have flash. There is a magical journey, but now we got TP coming in. Zeus, he wants this, but he's just going to get stunned up against the wall. And the flash on in, the ace in the hole, Delight, he's got a shield. Here comes the rest of the team. His owner gonna throw an ult, and they finally take out
over push and end up going down in the side lane, but I do think he's really cleaned up play in the recent series. We'll see if T1 can use that as a pressure point. Here we go again.
Uh-oh, Guma, he has flash. He's not going to use it this time. Finally will use it. There's Bomb from the sky as well, and now Peanut just running away from this one. Owner going to throw an ult, as a lot of these fights very much on a nice edge, but that is a Poppy as the satchel comes in. You can't kill the Poppy at this point in time, but they're going to force Hanwha Life Esports back. And Hanwha Life themselves not able to get too much out of the trade either. They do force Peanut to flash away. He's gonna pull out the helicopter, just threaten it here to save this turret. And now he will go for a back.
Being his flash again, not ideal. And they do try and focus on Peanut, but they just didn't have the damage available there. You know, a lot of burst, even the Caitlyn as well.
Doran stepping on a trap, and he nearly dies. He's gonna be forced out of this one, and he just TP'd in the mid. So now he doesn't exist, and T1 have their sights on something here. Maybe the Baron. Gonna throw it ult, and he's gonna hit him! Doran!
With his ults available. They can't let him near the pit.
No, Jhin ult for Viper, and he's super low. This is so hard to contest.
The zone control.
I don't know if they're going to be able to do anything about this. I mean, it's a very early Baron, but yeah, Hanwha Life Esports say, okay, we just have to take mid tier 1, and that's about it. Maybe they get the Dragon, but T1 will get this Baron off the map. There it goes. And now they're going to be running towards the Dragon and looking to fight again.
Oh, I don't know if they'll be in time. This is going down quick.
They're going to ult. Careful away, but he comes back from the sky, and now he's trying to get something going here, as it is going to be the fight and the magical journey out. Hanwha Life Esports, they do get this one, and now they're going to turn as Keria is going in. He wants to open this fight, but Peanut is just providing the door, and Delight thinking about the disengage. Not sure if they want to continue on this one, but the Smolder is online. The executions are beginning as Hanwha Life Esports are running T1 away from this one. T1, you just got a Baron, but they overchase, and Hanwha Life Esports will punish them.
Struggling to see the angles to make impacts in these team fights, because there's so much lockdown, so much defensive peel, and then you're just going to get burned through by this Smolder. You see them setting up for this bot lane tier 2.
I mean, Zeus is trying his best. There's the lockdown, though, onto Faker. He's in a lot of trouble, and now they're going to knock away Owner. There's no protection for the Caitlyn. Down will go Faker here in the front line. Peanut thinking about continuing on this one. Here comes the flash, the slow, onto Guma, who does have his flash, but still trying to continue on this one. Big solar flare, and now Meganar coming on in, but the Sterix is gone, and they're just going to give him up. Down will go Zeus. And that is another kill here. A shutdown to Smolder, and another engage comes in from Peanut. And how about another one? They're looking for Keria as well, as he will be taken down. It is a very long lane fight, but it is 4 kills to Hanwha Life Esports.
And they could be looking towards the end. Faker's going to be up in 15, but I don't know if he alone is enough. Wave clear, 5 members still here for Hanwha Life. And it looks like a game number 1, everything going as expected.
Yeah, this is going to be rough. We'll see if Hanwha Life Esports actually do push for the end. It looks like they're kind of backing off of the inhibitor for now, so they'll just take the free inhibitor after that big fight and back away and take the entire jungle. They're not going to try to end just yet. It's still a bit early.
too much of an opportunity. But that is a colossal win as we are about to head into a must-win fight for T1, because Hanwha Life, if they can get this soul, it's over.
Trying to take out Delight. He is going to be caught. They get him, and they use a lot of their CC to take him down, but that is going to give the advantage here to T1. 5 members to 4. Now, Hanwha Life Esports still have their carries. They still have a front line, and they're still very far ahead. So it looks like they want to just fight for this one. Doran just jumping on in. Doesn't even care. It's a 4v4 right now as the TP from Zeus is late, and the execution will come in. And look at the damage right now from the side of Hanwha Life. They take down 2, and Zeus can't even kill a measly Jin in the backline by himself. It's a totally broken up fight, and that will absolutely favor Hanwha Life Esports. As, you know, the last fight was very one-sided. This one, even more so. And it was eventually a 4v5 as owner will go down, and it should be Infernal Soul or just the game win to the side of Hanwha Life Esports.
Not much you can do in this situation. Owner trying to survive as long as he can, but the rest of the team are heading over to try and end the game.
And this is going to do it. It's going to be the end of game 1. I mean, it's 15-4. It is a very one-sided start to this one. And there's not much else you can say. Some interesting picks from T1, but at the end of the day, it's good old reliable Smolder and the Poppy as well from Peanut to get the job done as very dominant game 1 win here to the side of Hanwha Life Esports to start off this best of 5.
It really felt like every play they went for, they felt confident, they knew what to do, and I gotta say, man, I saw Peanut go for that Poppy instead of the Ivern, but he delivered. He made it work, and it's looked like not a day has passed since he was terrorizing bot lanes with this like it was in 2023.
And I think a big thing for me is